Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay. Today we are reviewing two new products I saw on Credo from the brand Saint Cosmetics. The Flawless Radiance Skincare Foundation along with the Skin Perfecting On The Go Concealer. Doing a review, demo, wear test of both of these. I can't wait to share with you guys if I end up liking these. But let's get into the video. Before we start, if you guys aren't already subscribed, I would love to have you, and don't forget to give this video a like if you do enjoy it. Let's try to get this video to 300 likes, but let's get started on the makeup. Let's just talk a little bit about the foundation. It's the Flawless Radiance Skincare Foundation from Saint Cosmetics, which is now sold on Credo Beauty. Retails for $54 and has a lot of claims on it. It says it's an innovative luxury plant-based skincare makeup formula. Skin takes on a look of vibrant, satiny luminescence. Imperfections visibly vanish, resulting in an airbrushed looking complexion made with ingredients that transforms skin. Key ingredients and benefits: there's kakadu plum, vitamin C, rosehip oil, jojoba oil, and some sunflower seed oil. Taking a look at the ingredients, the first ingredient is water and then coconut alkynes. There's also some hydrogenated oils, which might not be the best if you have sensitive, more acne prone skin, because those are the oils that tend to be really heavy on the skin when they are hydrogenated. And I got the shade Warm Ivory 2.25 Neutral Warm. It was really hard to pick out a shade online, honestly, and I'm pretty sure this one is too dark, but here's what the packaging looks like. It just has this gold type of bottle. I mean, I feel like for the price, I really wish it was glass because it is $54. Similar price to the Ilia foundation. You'll see about that. And then the other product I have is the Go-To Concealer, which I'll talk about when I use that. But at first, I also wanted to do half of a primer and half no primer. This came with my Credo order. It was one of like the gift bags with purchase. It's the new Grown Alchemist Anti-Pollution Primer, which sounds really good, just this little sample size. So I am going to put this on half of my face. Definitely looks like a silicone primer. I wonder what it feels like. Oh, it smells really good. I'm doing this on the right side of my face. Ooh, this has a really nice texture. It's similar to the Milk Hydro Grip, a little bit less sticky. It definitely looks like it was smoothing. All right, so I'm definitely excited to try that out a little bit more. Let's get into the foundation. Yeah, this packaging looks really cheap for the price, for sure. Here's the shade. So I'm gonna start on the left side of my face, trying it with a sponge and see how that works. I do have some blemishes to cover up. It doesn't really have any scent at all that I notice. I always expect clean foundations to have very light coverage, so far I really like how it's giving me more of a medium coverage. All right, I feel like that actually looks really pretty. It was easy to blend in. It definitely didn't take me long at all, especially with the sponge. I feel like maybe it's a little bit patchy right here. But other than that, I'm impressed so far. Okay, so there's half my face with the sponge. It looks way nicer than I was expecting. I'm really surprised with the coverage. It is a nice medium coverage. You can still see some blemishes and redness, but it's a lot more coverage than I usually see with clean foundations. Now for the right side of my face, I'm gonna use a dense buffer brush. Probably gonna need some more product. This is the Cloven Hollow, what is it called? Perfecting Buffer. All right, so with that right side of my face, I definitely got way more coverage. I'm really surprised. This is like basically a medium, high medium coverage, almost full coverage, which is really hard to find in cleaner natural foundations. It's my favorite type of coverage, so I'm really excited for this. I feel like it does look a little bit more cakey looking with the brush. Either way, I think it went on really nice, blended evenly. There's not any sort of patchiness going on. This is the half of my face with the sponge, and then this side is with the brush. I don't know if you can tell, it just looks a little bit heavier on the skin. Both sides have a really nice satin finish, not too glowy. Satin is really my favorite type of foundation finish, so I'm happy with this. It isn't clinging to any dry patches. I do have a lot of acne going on. Overall, it looks good on my texture as well. We'll see how it wears. Hopefully it doesn't get too heavy or cakey throughout the day. Okay, let's hop into the concealer, which is a $32 concealer. It's called the Skin Perfecting On The Go Concealer. It says it's an illuminating concealer, skincare makeup hybrid. Again, gentle enough to correct and treat fine lines, yet powerful enough to conceal imperfections with a single application. I got the shade, what shade is this? Porcelain Light, which is a super weird shade. I'll show you guys. It looks like very beigey, which is usually not something that matches my skin. So I'm really not sure how this is gonna look under my eyes. It has this tiny little doe foot. Let's swatch it. So it actually blends in with my skin pretty well. There's a shade right there. It's obviously not warm like the foundation shade I picked out is. Again, it was just one of those things it was hard to pick out online. This doesn't really have any scent either. This brush picked up a lot of product, so that's good. I'm gonna start with that much and see what we're working with. Okay, that actually blended out so quick with a sponge. And the shade's not as weird as I initially thought. This looks really nice on the skin, really healthy under the eyes. Hopefully it does not crease. I'm gonna try some on the blemishes, see how it performs on those. I'm just blending out with my sponge again. So I wouldn't necessarily call this a concealer full coverage. It's on the lighter medium side. Like, it did enough, I feel like, to cover my dark circles. But in terms of like acne or any sort of like deeper type of imperfection, I don't think it did that good of a job. You probably have to really build up the coverage. But I am really surprised with how everything looks so far. I think it looks really nice. I'm not easily impressed by foundations, so that kind of says a lot. I definitely like the brush side coverage better, but I'm gonna go ahead and set the under eyes. Use my Ilia Soft Focus Finishing Powder. As always, I'm just using an Eco Tools setting brush. And I always set my under eyes, so this is like the best test for me. I'm also gonna go ahead and just set this part of my face and the sides of my nose where I get really oily. And my smile lines, I think I'm gonna leave the rest of the face unset though, just to see how it performs on its own with nothing else on top. Okay, so the concealer set really nicely. Again, I'm really impressed with these products. Like, I was not expecting these to be good. Alrighty, let's move on. I'm gonna do some bronzer, the Milk Makeup Baked Little Bronzer Stick. I've been absolutely loving this. This is the mini size. And it's gonna do a little bit. I already set my nose, but we'll do that. So I do have a lot to do in my office already, but these shelves actually came with the house, which I thought was pretty cool. There's actually 3 of them, but you can only see the bottom one. But yeah, really exciting. Still have a lot to do. I have like product all over the ground. I was gonna do a like makeup unpack with me / reorganize my drawers, like those white drawers. I've shown them on my Instagram. If you guys want to see that, definitely let me know. I'm not sure if you want that type of video. I think it'd be really fun because it would sort of be like a makeup collection too. Since everything is out, I thought I would ask if you guys would like that. So let me know in the comments below. So the cream bronzer went really nice over the foundation. Like, it didn't pick up, and I'm really just loving how this looks, surprisingly. Blush, I'm going to use the Honest Beauty Rose Pink Cream Blush. I was going to use my Tower 28 one, but I'm using that one so much lately. I thought I'd change it up. I use a Luxie. This is called their Small Contouring. I'm just stippling it on. And then just to pat it in even more, I'm going with my sponge. Alrighty, for highlight, I wanted to pull out my ColourPop Flexitarian Super Shock Highlight. A really interesting highlight formula. It's like a cream powder hybrid. So it's like a little bit weird to apply. Like, you kind of have to do this motion to get it to show up, which sometimes like isn't the best for my texture. If you guys watch my makeup tips for textured skin, you would know that. A little bit in my nose. Oop, didn't mean to flip you off. And my Cupid's bow. Alright, that's all for our base. I'm so excited with how it looks so far. I'm going to zoom in one more time, then finish up the rest of my makeup, and then after that, I will do check-ins throughout the day. Alright, so I turned the lights down a lot so you can see everything that's going on, and I'm getting a little bit of creasing in my smile line right there, but like, I am really impressed how this is sitting on my face. My texture isn't enhanced too much. It looks really smooth, and it was just like everything I feel like was really easy to blend out. So if this wears well, I really hope it does. It'll be a hit. Alright guys, the rest of my makeup is done. It was 12:40 when I finished the base, so I will check in at the end of the day, wear it for long as possible, and let you guys know how it's wearing and how everything held up. So it's been on for around 8 hours, and I think it's looking okay. I feel like there is like a lot of like dryness and settling into lines, and just like around my nose doesn't look the best. Same with my chin. Turned down light a little bit. Yeah, it did like wear off parts of my forehead. But other than that, like this whole cheek area, I feel like stayed really nicely. The one thing I noticed is the settling. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It's definitely not the worst foundation. It wore pretty decently. I feel like it would be more suited for like a normal to maybe combo skin type. I just feel like if you have really oily skin, I mean, it didn't get super oily, but it definitely, I feel like, wore like when you touch your face or like touch anything, it would wear off. So I would expect if you were to get oily, that would only make it worse. Then also if you have really dry skin, I think it does just cling to texture and dryness a little bit. I definitely don't think it's the worst thing. I'll definitely have to give it another shot. But in terms of the concealer, it creased a lot right under my eyes, and I feel like the coverage isn't that good either. Like you can still see some darkness under my eyes, so I would pass on the concealer. I'll have to try the foundation a couple other ways. I really like the coverage and the finish of it. It's not too dewy. It didn't get super oily. I'd be interested in wearing it again and setting my whole face and see how that affects it, because I didn't set my forehead and that's sort of where it came off. So I'll have to try that one again. That'd be my final thoughts on these. I would pass on the concealer. I don't think it's worth the $32. I like Cover FX or Ilia better. Ilia is like a similar consistency to this, very lightweight, but it just doesn't crease as much as this one does. And then for the foundation, I just don't, I mean, it's pricey, $54. I don't know if I would like suggest this over the Ilia one. It does have more coverage, which I like. Again, I'll have to play around with it. The verdict is kind of still out on that. I will update you guys. I do updates usually around the end of the month about all the products I tried, but yeah, that was about everything. Alright guys, that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Try to get this video to 300 likes. Don't forget to subscribe as well so you don't miss my next video, but thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you in my next video.